Dear friends, welcome to Bond with RK Chemistry YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to explain previous year questions in SUPG entrance examination of chemistry from gas state. Okay, these are the number of questions which are appeared in different years. In SUPG entrance examination in chemistry, we are getting at least one question from a gas state. Sometimes we are getting 3 to 4 questions from gas state. Let us take the first question. The root mean square speed of N2 gas is equal to that of propane gas at STP at temperature close to. Here Vrms, root mean square speed or velocity, is equal to root 3 RT by M. Here Vrms of N2 is equal to Vrms of propane. Vn2 is equal to V propane. You have to find out at what temperature the root mean square speed of N2 gas is equal to the root mean square velocity of propane gas at STP. Here molecular weight, if you take the relation between temperature and molecular weight, T1 by M1 is equal to T2 by M2 at constant V RMS. Here V RMS is constant, so T1 by M1 is equal to T2 by M2. You have to find out T2. T2 is equal to T1 M1 into M2. Let's take first one as propane. First one is equal to propane, and second one is equal to nitrogen gas N2. Then M1 is equal to, for propane, what is the molecular weight? The molecular weight is C3H8. This is the molecular formula. The molecular weight will be 3 into 12 plus 8. It will be 36 plus 8, 44. And the M2 is equal to, this is the molecular weight of N2 gas. This one is 14 into 2, 28. Okay, we know the M1, M2. And what is the T1? Okay, temperature. This is the temperature of propane gas. Propane gas at STP, we know the STP conditions. What is STP? At STP, the temperature is 273.15 Kelvin and pressure is 1 atmosphere. This is atmospheric STP condition. So T1 is equal to 273.15. You have to calculate T2, temperature of N2 gas. So T2 is equal to, what is the T1? 273.15 divided by M1, 44, into M2, 28. After calculation, you will get around 174 Kelvin. So this is the correct option. Two gases have the same value of van der Waals gas constant A, but different B values. The more compressible of the two gases is. So what is the significance of A? This one measures the attraction forces, magnitude of attraction forces. This one measures magnitude of intermolecular forces or attraction forces or intermolecular forces. And B, this one measures excluded volume. This one measures excluded volume. Here, what is the compressibility? Actually, compressibility, this one is measured in terms of Z. Z is equal to PV real by PV ideal. So this is a compressibility factor. PV real, what is PV real? You can write P plus A n square by V square. This is a P value, P plus A n square by V square. And what is the V value? V minus NB. For ideal gas, PV is equal to nRT. So this is the compressibility factor, Z is equal to. When you increase A, Z increases. We know that as the magnitude of intermolecular forces increases, the compressibility or liquefaction of gases increases. In this also, when you increase A value, there is an increase in P plus A n square by V square value. And when you increase B value, suppose if you increase B value, V minus NB decreases, so Z value decreases. So Z decreases. So for constant A value, when the value of A is constant, this one is constant, then when Z increases, when there is a decrease in B, there is an increase in Z. Then there is an increase in Z, there is an increase in compressibility. So more compressible of the two gases is the gas with lower B value. Lower the B value, more the Z value, more the compressibility or compressible. Vessel contains a mixture of helium and methane. The ratio of the root mean square speed of the helium atoms to that of the CH4 molecule is. Okay, we know the Vrms. Vrms is equal to root 3 RT by M. And if you take the ratio V1 by V2, root mean square velocities ratios is equal to M2 by M1. Indirectly proportional. V is indirectly proportional to, that implies V is indirectly proportional to 1 by root over M. So V1 by V2 is equal to root over M2 by M1. Let us take 1 as helium. Here 1 is helium and 2 is methane, CH4. Then what is the molecular weight M1? What is the molar mass? 4. And this one M2 is equal to 16. Here you have to take a ratio of the root mean square speed of the helium, that is V1, and CH4, that is V2. So this one is equal to root over M2, 16 by 4. So this one is equal to root 4 is equal to 2. The ratio is 2. A real gas behaves more like an ideal gas at, okay, as the temperature increases, pressure decreases, real gas becomes ideal gas. Generally, at low pressure and high temperature, the gas behaves as ideal gas. If you take high temperature, high pressure and low temperature, in these cases, the gas behaves as a real gas. So what is the condition? Low pressure and high temperature. Then the real gas behaves more like an ideal gas. Unit of van der Waals gas constant A is. What is the unit of van der Waals gas constant? Okay, here if you take the van der Waals equation, P plus A n square by V square, V minus NB is equal to nRT. This is the van der Waals gas equation. Here this is the pressure term, this one is the pressure term, this one is volume term. So in this pressure term you have two terms. One is P, one is A n square by V square. So the dimension or unit of P is equal to unit of A n square by V square. Okay, both are pressure terms. So the unit of P should be equal to unit of A n square by V square. Then That implies unit of A. What is the unit of A? Unit of A is equal to unit of PV square by n square. Let us take P is equal to an square by V square. Then A is equal to PV square by n square. So in case of dimensions, unit of A is equal to unit of PV square by n square. We know the units of P, V square and n square. P unit is atmosphere. V square, it should be liter square. And n square, it is mole square. So what is the answer? Atmosphere, liter square and mole power of -2. So B is the correct option. The gas which effuses 2.3 times faster than N2O4 at the same temperature is. Here rate of effusion is directly proportional to root mean square velocity. This one is equal to root over 3 RT by M. So rate R is directly proportional to 1 by root over M at constant T, at constant temperature. So from this you can write R2 by R1 is equal to root over M1 by M2. The gas which effuses 2.3 times faster than N2O4. Okay, let us take rate of effusion of N2O4 as X. Okay, then what is the rate of effusion of unknown gas? It will be 2.3 times of X. So if you take rate of unknown by rate of N2O4 is equal to root over M of N2O4 divided by M of unknown. Here the rate of unknown 2.3, this one is 2.3x by x is equal to root over. What is the molecular mass of N2O4? For N2O4, it will be 2 into 40 plus 4 into 16. So this one is 28, 64 is equal to 92. So this one is 92 divided by, let's take this one is MU. Here 2.3, that implies 92 by MU is equal to 2.3 square. That implies MU unknown is equal to 92 by 2.3 whole square. So if you calculate this one, you will get around 70. The molar mass of unknown gas is 17. Okay, which one has 17 molar mass? Okay, the molar mass of NH3 14 plus 3. This one is 17 gram per mole. So this one is the correct option. Remaining gases, if you take the molar mass of these gases are not equal to 17 gram per mole. If the average speed of the hydrogen molecule at a given temperature is C, then the average speed of the oxygen molecule at the same temperature will be. What is the V average? V average is equal to root over 8 RT by pi m. At constant temperature, V average is directly proportional to 1 by root over m, or indirectly proportional to root over m. So V2 by V1 is equal to root over m1 by m2. From this you can write V2 by V1 is equal to root over m1 by m2. So if you take average speed of hydrogen molecule at a temperature C, then the average speed of oxygen you have to calculate. V of oxygen, V of hydrogen is equal to root over molecular weight of hydrogen divided by molecular weight of oxygen. So this one is equal to hydrogen 2 oxygen 16 into 2, it will be 32. So 1 by root 16. So this one 1 by 4. Then what is the average speed of the hydrogen? It's a C. So VO2 by C is equal to 1 by 4. So VO2 is equal to C by 4. So D is the correct option. When 0.6 gram of an organic compound decomposed, 112 ml of nitrogen and 226 ml of carbon dioxide were released at STP, the molecular weight of the compound is likely to be. Here, what are the gases which are released? Organic compound. This organic compound, when you heat, there is a release of nitrogen gas N2, and also there is a release of CO2 gas. It's not combustion, it's a decomposition. This one is 112 ml and this one is 226 ml. 226 ml. Suppose if you take mole ratio of N2 and CO2. What is the mole ratio of N2 and CO2? The mole ratio will be equal to volume ratio N2, NCO2 will be equal to volume ratio of these gaseous molecules VCO2. So Vn2 is 112 ml, this one is 226 ml. Roughly 112, 226 will be equal to roughly 1:2. Suppose if you take N2, if 1 mole is formed, how many moles of CO2 will be formed? 2 moles of CO2 will be formed. In 1 mole of N2 you have 2 N atoms, it's a N2. And 2 mole of CO2 you have C2O4. 2 carbons and 4 oxygens. Then what is the formula you will get? C2N2O4. Suppose if you take molecular weight of this molecule C2N2O4, it will be 2 into 12, 24, 14 into 2, 28, and 16 into 4, 64. When you add, you will get 116. What is the molecular weight of the compound, the organic compound? It's 116 gram per mole. Van der Waals gas constant B for a certain gas is 4.42 into 10 to the power of minus 2 liter per mole. How near can the centers of two molecules approach each other? Okay, let us take two gas molecules. Okay, when they reach very close, the distance between the two centers of the two gaseous molecules will be 2r. This is the radius of each gaseous molecule. And what is the distance? The distance will be 2r when they approach very close. Here you have to calculate 2r value. How can you calculate? Here B is given. You have to calculate R value. What is the relation? The V excluded volume is equal to 4Na 4/3 pi R cube. Okay, this is the volume of single gaseous molecule, gas molecule, 4/3 pi R cube. This is the volume of single gas molecule. You have to multiply with 4Na. This is Avogadro number. Then what is R cube? R cube is equal to 3B by 4 into 4, 16, 16 Na pi. 3B by 16 Na pi. And what is the B value? 3 into, here B is given in liter mole. B is 4.42 into 10 to the power minus 2 liter mole. When you convert it into centimeter cube mole, we know that 1 liter is equal to 10 to the power of 3 centimeter cube. 10 to the power of 3 ml, 1 ml is equal to 1 centimeter cube. So it will be 10 cube centimeter cube. So when you write in this 10 cube centimeter cube, so you have to multiply with the centimeter cube. Oh. So it will be 4.42 into 10 to the power of 1. So B is 4.42 into 10 divided by 16 into Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23, and pi value is 3.14. When you do the calculations, you will get around 4.38 into 10 to the power of minus 24. So if you take R value, R is equal to 4.38 power 1/3 into 10 to the power of minus 24 power 1/3. This is the R in centimeters. Here, since B value is in centimeter cube, R value will be in centimeter. So R is equal to, finally you will get 1.636 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters. So it will be equal to 1.636 angstroms. This is R value. But you have to find out the distance between two centers, 2R. So 2R is equal to 1.636 into 2. So it will be equal to 3.272 angstroms. This is the closest. This is the 2R value. This is the distance between two centers when they approach very close. Which of the following is not true about the critical point in the PV diagram? Okay, in the PV diagram, this is the PV diagram. Let's take PV diagram. This is P, this is V. Okay, you will get like this. This is the critical point. Okay, above the critical point, you cannot convert gas into liquid. Below the critical point, you can convert gas into liquid. Gas, liquid and solid state exist in equilibrium at the critical point. Not critical point, triple point. In PV diagram, at a triple point, you have three states are in equilibrium. At critical point, there is equilibrium between gas and liquid. There is a liquefaction of gas. Both gas and liquid are in equilibrium, not solid. So this one is not true. Density of a liquid and its vapor become equal at the critical point. This one is true. Interface between a liquid and its vapor dissipates at the critical point. Since the density is equal at critical point, since the density of liquid and vapor are equal, the interface between liquid and its vapor dissipates. An ideal gas system cannot exhibit a critical point. At critical point, ideal gas exists above the boil point. Boils temperature. Above boils temperature, the gas acting as ideal gas. Okay, boils temperature is even greater than critical point. At critical point, you can observe only real behavior or real gas you can observe. So an ideal gas system cannot exhibit a critical point. This one also correct. So what is the correct option? The correct option is first option. A is the correct option. At STP, 1 kilomole of a gas occupies 22.4 meter cube. The molecular density in molecules by meter cube at STP is. What is density? Density is N by V. Here, molar density, this one is molar density, N by V. Suppose if you want to calculate molecular density, you have to multiply with Avogadro number, N into Avogadro number. This is the molar density. If you want to calculate D molecular, You have to multiply with Avogadro number. Then you will get a number of molecules. This one number of moles. The number of moles can be converted into number of molecules by multiplying with Avogadro number by volume. This is the volume. And here how many moles? 1 kilomole. 1 kilomole means 10 cube moles into Na 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 divided by volume is given 22.4 meter cube. Here also there is a unit of meter cube. So when you simplify, this one is 10 to the power of 26, 6.022 into 10 to the power of 26 divided by 22.4, and this can be written as 60.22 divided by 22.4 into 10 to the power of 25. When you divide 60.22 with 22.4, you will get 2.7 into 10 to the power of 25. 8.3 gram of a compound containing NH and O was decomposed at 1000 Kelvin. 3 liters of each N2 and water and 1.5 liters of water were obtained. Empirical formula of the compound is, what is the empirical formula? Here compound containing NHO at 1000 Kelvin, it is decomposed and there is a formation of N2 and H2O, N2 plus H2O plus, and there is a formation of water. Here the number of moles of N2 is 3 moles of N2 and 3 moles of H2O and 1.5 moles of O2. 3 and 1.5. Suppose when you multiply with 3, you will get 6 N6. This one H6 O3, and this one 1.5 into 2, it will be O3. So the compound has N6, H6 and O6. What is H6, O6? When you divide with 6, you will get a very simple formula. That formula is called as empirical formula. So the empirical formula of this molecule is NHO. Okay, what is the answer? NHO is the empirical formula. The van der Waals constant B for a certain gas is 4.42 into 10 to the power of minus 2 liters per mole. How near can the centers of the two molecules approach each other? Already it was done. The answer is 3.272 angstroms. Which of the following contributes to the total energy of a monoatomic ideal gas? Okay, this one is ideal gas and monoatomic. If you take ideal gas, there is no interaction between gases molecules. So when there is no interaction, what is the potential energy? Potential energy is 0. In monoatomic gases, you can find only translational motion. Suppose if you take any molecule, the molecule generally has translational, rotational and vibrational motion. But in monoatomic, you can find only translation. Okay, due to translational, the molecule has only kinetic energy. So what is the answer? Only it has kinetic energy. There is no potential energy. There is no vibrational energy. There is no potential and vibrational energy. So it's not sum of kinetic, potential and vibrational energies. To what pressure must a sample of gas be subjected at constant temperature in order to compress it from 122 ml to 105 ml if its original pressure is 1.71 atmosphere? Okay, we know the equation PV is equal to nRT. Here you have to compare pressure with temperature. Here to what pressure must be subject to constant temperature? You have to compare pressure with volume. At constant temperature, you have to To what pressure must a sample of a gas be subjected at constant temperature in order to compress it from 122 ml to 105 ml if its original pressure is 1.71 atmosphere. Original pressure 1.71 atmosphere, let us take P1, and original volume 122, that is V1, this one is V2. At constant temperature, you have to compare pressure and volume. We know the relation PV is equal to nRT from ideal gas equation. Here, when temperature is constant, P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. You have to calculate P2. So P2 is equal to P1 V1 by V2. What is P1? 1.71 atmosphere into V1 122 divided by 105 ml. 105. So after calculation, you will get 1.99 atmosphere. What is the pressure? The pressure is 1.99 atmosphere. The gas pressure in an aerosol container is 1.5 atmosphere at 25 degrees centigrade. This is 1.5 atmosphere. P1, let us take, this one is T1. Assuming an ideal behavior of the gas, if the container is heated to 450 degrees centigrade, so T2 is 450 degrees centigrade, the pressure would be close to. Here also PV is equal to nRT. So what is the relation between pressure and the temperature? P is directly proportional to T. So P1 by P2 is equal to T1 by T2. From this, at constant volume, P is directly proportional to T. P1 by P2 is equal to T1 by T2. You have to find out P2. So P2 is equal to P1 T2 by T1. Here, what is the temperature T1? T1 is 25 degrees centigrade. Okay, always you have to take Kelvin. 25 plus 273, so it will be 298 Kelvin. And T2, what is T2? 450 plus 273, you will get around 3. This one is 12 and 723 Kelvin. So if you substitute, P1 is 1.5 atmosphere, P1, T2 is 723 divided by 298, you will get 3.639 atmosphere. A certain mass of gas occupies 5.5 liters at 300 Kelvin and at 650 torr. What will be its volume if it is cooled to 283 Kelvin and its pressure is increased to 980 torr? Here temperature T1 is given and the pressure P1 is given, and it's cooled to 283, T2 is given, and also P2 is given, and certain mass of gas occupies V1, and this one you have to find out V2. We know the equation PV is equal to nRT. So PV by T is equal to nR. This one is constant. nR is constant. So P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. From this you can write P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. You have to find out V2. So that implies V2 is equal to P1 V1 by T1 into T2 by P1. You have to find out V2. So T2 by V2. Sorry, T2 by P2, not V2, P2. So V2 is equal to P1 V1. P1 650 and V1 is 5.50 divided by T1 is 300 Kelvin, and T2 is, what is the T2? 283 Kelvin divided by P2 980. Okay, after simplification, you will get to 3.44 liters. Third one is the A is the correct option. 72 gram of ozone gas contained in a closed vessel at 1 atmosphere pressure and 700 Kelvin temperature decomposes completely to oxygen gas. The pressure in the vessel changes too. Okay, since it's a closed vessel, there is no change, V constant. There is no change in volume, V constant. And initially 1.0 atmospheric pressure, you have to find out after conversion of ozone into oxygen what is the pressure. Let's take O3. When it is converted into O2, 2 moles of O3 gives 3 moles of O2. So 1 mole of O3 gives how many moles? It will be 3 by 2 O2. Initially, how many moles? N1 is equal to 1 mole and N2 is equal to 3 by 2 moles. Okay, then initial pressure P1 is equal to 1 atmosphere. You have to find out P2. What is the P2 value? We know the relation PV is equal to nRT. When V is constant, T is constant, P is directly proportional to N. So P1 by P2 is equal to N1 by N2. You have to find out P2. So P2 is equal to P1 into N2 by N1. What is the P1 value? P1, what is the pressure? P1 is given as 1 and N2 is 3 by 2 by 1. So it will be 1 into 3 by 2, it will be 1.5 atmosphere. Thank you. Thank you very much.